healthy burger, impossible burger, and a mystery meat. I'm at Walmart and I am excited to show you some fantastic prices on quality meat. If there's one thing to change over when it comes to health, it's your meats, because there's so many chemicals, hormones, antibiotics that end up in today's meat. So you want to be very particular about picking it. Should you do an impossible meat? I'm going to talk about why that's a really bad idea if you are trying to do that. And then one mystery meat that I want to show you, it actually ends up being a good thing. But let's go to the beef first, because we are excited about this, meaning you can get really good priced beef that's still quality. Check this out. So there's a couple I want to show you. First, let's go with the sub $5 beef that is Dr. Livingood approved. All right, I'm gonna have you zoom in on this. No added hormones, never. No added antibiotics. We got a great start, okay? That means the cow wasn't introduced something by man. Now, what were they fed? Grass, fantastic, but we wanna make sure that they not only were started with grass, but they were finished with grass. So our free-range cattle are raised on pastures where they are able to roam free and graze to produce delicious tender meat. So pretty solid. They are never given any added hormones, antibiotics, or steroids. Bam, right here, 100% grass-fed, 100% grass finished. I realize I just read that from the bottom up. That's kind of weird. Who does that? Why don't you just start from the top down? All right, I thought I knew exactly where it was in the package. This is grass started, and then when they get them close to market, the tricky farmers, what they'll do a lot of times, nothing against farmers, my grandfather was one, we love them, trying to make a living, and there's just some things that end up happening for the certifications that they allow, that you can switch to grain with the last around 20% of its diet and still call it grass-fed. Now, why that matters is because a cow has multiple stomachs because it's designed to eat grass. We've fed it grain. A cow can still survive on grain, but when you feed it too much of that stuff, because of all the chemicals, because of all the sugars, just like with you start getting sick. And the cows get sick. So then they have to give them antibiotics. And they want them to grow big, so they give them hormones. But it is farms and producers like this that are fighting to give you quality meat still, so that you don't end up with a bunch of hormones and antibiotics, or are fed toxic things. You're not what you eat, you're what the cow ate. So if the cow is fed what it's supposed to be fed, it's going to be in a much healthier state when it hits your plate. Oh, I did it again, that was good. So, $5. Normally this is gonna be $6, $7, $8 at a health food store. Now, let's say you want it organic so that the food it was fed is the highest quality. Well, just below that at Walmart, they do have an organic one. And so we're going down here, it's for $2 more, we can get the organic seal. It's fantastic. So some really, really good cost-effective options. I'm a vegetarian, doc. Is it a good idea to eat impossible meat or Beyond Burger? Okay. With every food, when it is man-made, okay, right? It either comes from a plant or it's made in a plant, right? This is made in a plant. You got to flip it over. We got to go to the ingredient label. So this is how you can know. All right, let's start through it. Number 1, we have water. Pea protein, I'm okay with that. Number 3, rancid oil. Most every single one of these has a rancid oil in it. Canola oil is made from rapeseed, and when it is produced and processed, it's heated so much that it's denatured. That ends up in you. Now, what it does to your cells is you have a fat layer around every single cell. Fat's got to come from somewhere. If you eat unhealthy fats, it's made from unhealthy fats. Well, unhealthy fats congest you. So you can't detox properly, and you can't release the fat from your body. Maybe that's why you're so congested with cholesterol issues and weight issues, because you're eating the wrong types of fat. So this is a problem for vegetarians. So let's take a look at the Impossible Burger. All right. Again, I'm going right to it. Water, soy. So we're gonna talk about that, and then sunflower oil. There is coconut oil, which is a better form of oil, but sunflower, a lot of times, unless it says organic, it's a no-go, does the same thing as canola. And then soy is gonna be genetically modified. So now we have genetically modified organism that was sprayed with chemicals and added bad oils. This is just a bad mixture. See where we're heading here? It also has yeast extract, which is gonna be MSG. MSG has been shown, if you eat enough of it, to excite your brain cells to death. And they put it in foods so that you get excited to eat more of it, but too much of it actually kills your brain cells. I don't think we need any more of that. So I stay away from this stuff. Like, just if you're not gonna eat meat, then don't eat meat. All right, let's not pretend. So this is all the craze right now, but just avoid it if you're choosing not to. No judgment there if you don't wanna eat the meat, I understand. Mystery meat. Ew, what is it? Well, it actually happens to be lamb. Now, what I love about this is they have a good one here. It is more expensive, but this would be a great option if you want to, one, mix up what you're grilling or what you're making, but they are grass-fed naturally. So that's what I love about it. And then when they pay attention to things like never added any hormones to the sheep, that's a good sign. Let's flip it over. Minimally processed, no artificial ingredients. They are paying attention to taking better care of the animal, which then equates to better care of you when you eat it. So there's your mystery meat. Fantastic prices on beef. No go to the Beyond Burger or Impossible Burger, but you can find it here at Walmart. Save on your meat first when it comes to your grocery bill. Up the quality there, you're gonna get way more bang for your buck when you do that, and avoid a lot of the toxins that are making Americans so sick. That's what I'm against trying to do something about. That's why we're at Walmart. Listen, food doesn't have to be complicated. You can make it simple. There's a link for a free book called Make Food Simple in the description, and if more videos to be helpful with your shopping to save money, find healthy foods, be able to read ingredients, check this one out right here.